Welcome back to the City Current Radio Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Park. We're honored to be joined by two amazing women who are powering the good with CazaTeatro. So we are joined by Dorimar Ferrer. She is the Executive Director, and Mónica Sanchez, Artistic Director and co-founder of CazaTeatro. So how are you two lovely ladies doing?
We're doing fine. Thank you so much for having us.
You are the only bilingual theater group and artistic group doing so much good in the community. So let's start with a history lesson. Give us a little bit of history for CazaTeatro.
Okay, CazaTeatro was formed in 2006 for Gio Lopez. But she has to stop for a little while because she didn't have enough members. So she has to give a break to CazaTeatro. And one day, Gio Lopez and Sandra Figueroa, we work together in the same place, and we love theater and talking. We say, you know, why we don't revive CazaTeatro? Why we don't start doing theater again? And we did. This was 2010. We started with a small play with for 4 women. We were almost exactly 4 women at that moment. So that's what we did. And later on, Dorimar Ferrer and Mirna came to be part of the group, and that's what we create, CazaTeatro Bilingual Theatre Group. That is like the official name of CazaTeatro.
And so you all work with students, adults, Shelby County schools. Talk about partnerships and how you bring everything to life. How does the show come to life?
We are working with families. Everyone is welcome. We want to connect with the community. We want to build the relations. We are working with mom, with dad, with kids. We are working with Shelby County School, with different schools, with the libraries. We are grateful. We are partnered with Memphis Brook Museum for the Day of the Dead Parade for the last 4 years. And we love our community. We want to connect, building relations, share, and educate about the Latino culture. That's why we always say we are open to everyone.
And usually because, like Dorimar says, sometimes we have the mom who wants to be part of the play, but she brings the kids. So the kids tends to be part of the play too, because I prefer to have them do something than going around of the theater. And sometimes the father, he doesn't act, but he always have building something on the front, on the back. So this is without us targeting, this is a family group. And I think in some way, everybody who comes, they start feeling like they're part of the family, even when we are people from different countries. Dorimar is from Puerto Rico, I'm from Mexico. We have people from Colombia, Venezuela, Argentina. We have Americans, we have African-Americans. And like Dorimar say, we are open to everybody. We welcome everyone. The only thing we always ask is to be respectful and be open to learn something new and to learn more about another culture.
And in a cool way, I love that you have all these cultures coming together, but to your point, you're engaging everyone with their skill sets, what they're good at, but you're engaging the whole family. And so everyone has a chance to bond together, to grow together, to learn together, and ultimately to perform together and to showcase their talents and art. And so I think in a neat way, you're creating this galvanizing opportunity for the community, but for everyone to plug in a true family-oriented environment. So that's a very cool dynamic.
Yes, we want, everyone together. We think if we know to each other, we need to learn to each other. We are making a better city. No matter what your language, your status, your education, we need to work together. If we use theater and cultural events to educate, to be together, to interact, and to learn to each other.
So carry that forward, Dorimar, in terms of putting together what would be a normal lineup. And obviously we'll talk about COVID-19 and how that's kind of shifted things, and you're doing a lot more virtually right now, but talk about a normal calendar of events and the types of events and some of the structure that goes along with the different activities.
We are continuing, we are doing a lot of stuff right now virtually. We are doing a story time every Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. We are doing every Thursday at 6 p.m. when I grow up. Friday is CazaTeatro and Friend. It's a Facebook Live to connect with the community, to share information, to connect with our community partners, because we want to work together. And every Friday, example, we talk with the Memphis Bruce Museum, with the different community partners, share their mission, their talent, and talk with the community. And we are getting ready for our Latin Fest 901 to celebrate the Spanish Heritage Month and September 15th to September 30th. We will celebrate virtually 15 days our Latino culture with music, with theater, children's play, Spanish recipe, a lot of stuff for 15 days. We want to celebrate the Spanish Heritage Month in our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. And after that, we will be ready for the Day of the Dead Reverse Parade in collaboration with the Memphis Brick Museum.
One of the things is that, like you say, COVID make us change a lot of things. Usually in a normal year, we will have 2 plays during the year, but also we will have these events that Dorimar talk about it. Last year we have, for first time, the Latin Fest, and it was so welcome for everybody. We have a lot of people coming and they say, well, let's do it next year. And then this year COVID happened, so we have to switch it to virtual. And the parade, this will be the 5th year.
4 year.
4 year that we're doing it. And also exactly because of that, we have to change it a little bit. And at the end of the year, most of the time we have either a play or something. This year we want to have something that we call 12 days of Navidad. There is 12 days there we're going to have something related to Christmas with a very Latin flavor.
Nice.
But things have changed a little bit, and we're hoping for next year to change, because at the beginning of the year, we always had this fabulous event called for the Black History Month, that we bring the Afro-Latino night, because believe it or not, sometimes people don't know that there are Afro-Latinos too in our culture. We have things. We have more things that we can get together and we're similar than things that separate us. And that's one of the things that we always try to do with our programs and our plays.
Give me, for each of you, one of your favorite, it can be a favorite play in the past or a favorite experience or an event, but give us maybe one of your favorite events recently or even coming up. What puts a smile on your face with a favorite event?
Okay, you first, Monica, you first. Okay.
Okay, well, for me it will be Dia de Muertos, because I'm from Mexico and that's part of my culture. It's part of me. We used to have a play before. We used to make these plays regarding the Day of the Dead, but one day Dorimar had this wonderful idea that let's do a parade, and we switch it, and it's been wonderful. We had chances to do workshops for the community, workshops for teachers, so we can teach the community about what is the real meaning of the Day of the Dead and separate it from Halloween. There is nothing to do with Halloween. So for me, it's the Day of the Dead. Also, the rest of the stuff, I love everything that we do, either for the kids' plays to the Spanish plays and Christmas plays. I really like everything that we do.
Give us a little bit of, on Day of the Dead, give us a little bit of a snapshot, because I think, to your point, people definitely have heard of it, but they probably don't know kind of the root of the purpose. So give us a little bit more elaboration on that.
Okay, before the conquistador came to Mexico, before, a long time ago, we already celebrate death. This is, my ancestors believed that death, it was just the next step for a better life. We have celebration that lasts for almost 3 months. And when the Spaniards came and they start, taking all these things out, they say, well, let's do this. We're gonna let you keep your tradition about putting altars for the dead, but let's not do the 3 months. Let's do it just 2 days. And they mix it with the celebration, the All Saints, on November 1st and November 2nd. There is a Catholic celebration. And then they say, well, let's also add some religious stuff. Let's put candles, the rosary, some crucifix, and the Bible. So this happened, they try to respect a little bit the traditions of my ancestors, but at the same time, they mix everything so they can get together at the same point to keep the celebration. And it's been changing a little bit, but not that much since the conquistador got Mexico. But it's been really something that we have really inside. We really believe that the moment you forget your loved one, that's the moment the hero really dies. You have to keep it on your mind and on your heart. That's why you have all those ofrendas with their pictures, with their food, with their clothes, with everything they love. So you have to keep them alive.
Yeah, so it's a day to remember those, your loved ones, your ancestors, to keep their memory alive. That's awesome. Dorimar, what about you? So share one of your favorite experiences.
For me, every play is a new adventure, it's a new opportunity to be together, to share our Latino culture with the community. For one of beauty of CazaTeatro is educate and connect with another culture. Example, I am from Puerto Rico. We don't celebrate the Day of the Dead. That was something new for me 9 years ago, you know, and the beauty of CazaTeatro is Monica, my team, my volunteers, my group, they share that information. Or for a lot, every year, they teach me what is the Day of the Dead. Because I remember from my grandma, from my family, the Day of the Dead celebration was totally, oh my God, that is so crazy. What is that? Or something like that. But all this year, the Mexican community, my friends in my group, they teach me. They say, no, this is not like this. Is like this. This is the Day of the Dead. I love that. I love to now. I understand their culture, and it's the beauty to share with them. They share with me, and that's what I love the Day of the Dead celebration. And 2 years ago, we decided to have the Afro Latino week, the Afro Latino night, and was beautiful for me because it was my time to share then my Puerto Rican culture. For the last 2 years, we have a guest from New York City to share the bomba music, the Afro Puerto Rican music. And it was beautiful for me because I want to share part of me with my members, with my volunteers, with my team. And you know, that is the beauty, the Day of the Dead, the Afro-Latino. Every time we have an opportunity to educate about our culture and say, hey, this is what we are, I am from Puerto Rico, I love my culture, I want to share that part of me with you, with the community. And that's what I think, I love what we are doing every day.
Yeah. So how can the community help? How can we help you?
One of the things we always say, be open, come to our events. Well, right now, watch the events on Facebook. Let yourself learn a little bit. Sometimes people want to enjoy CazaTeatro and they say, well, I don't speak Spanish. You don't have to. We speak English. And the worst thing that can happen at the end is that you're going to end speaking Spanish too and understand what we're saying, because right now you just hear beep, 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 beep. But I think it's just, if you want to be part, you have to come. If you want to volunteer, you're welcome. If you want to donate, more welcome. You're more welcome. Because we are a nonprofit, and without a place right now, we don't have an income. But we still have to pay bills. That's sad for many small theater companies. Sometimes people don't understand how we work. So the best part is that if you like what we're doing, share our events. If you have a suggestion, let us know. With Abuela Tomasa, when she read the story, she always say, if you have a special book you want me to read, I will read it. Just let me know which one it is, and I will bring it. So there's so many ways, and small ways and big ways that you can help this theater company, this theater group. We really want the people to understand the more you know about your neighbor, the less afraid you're gonna be. So know about us. Get involved with the community. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Yeah, like I said, the best part of this is we are kind of family, well, with different colors, with different shapes, and like a normal family. But we welcome everybody. We really want the community to be more involved with CazaTeatro.
I love the fact that you are saying, hey, our arms are open, come be a part of what we're doing. and to your point too, experience new cultures. I mean, just like you were saying, Dorimar, in terms of like you have a chance to learn all these new cultures and be a part of something special and make a lot of friends who become family along the way. So talk
and
about
ask questions. You know, I think so. We want the people ask questions. If you don't know, you want to know something about the Latino culture, ask questions. Join us to celebrate, to know, to learn Spanish, to learn English, because the language is no excuse to connect with the community. We need, no matter what, it's a lot of tools, it's Google Translator, no, everyone is welcome. We need to work together. Ask questions. That is, we are welcome to everyone, and we are open to answer all the questions you have about the Latino culture and be together.
Absolutely. So wrap up and talk about website, social media, phone number. How do we reach out and get in touch? And Facebook for all the Facebook Live events. Where do we go?
Yeah, and our Facebook page is CazaTeatro Bilingual Theatre Group. CazaTeatro is CazaTeatro, CazaTeatro, been hunting. And we are in Instagram in CazaTeatro Memphis, Twitter, and we have TikTok. In our website is cazateatro.org.
Well, greatly appreciate all you're doing. Greatly appreciate you coming on the show and sharing, and definitely encourage everyone to reach out and get involved and be a part of the journey and the experience and support your efforts as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Erin. Thank you for the invitation.
Muchas gracias. Gracias.